Welcome to the NCAA Baseball Regionals, presented by Capital One. Maybe the showdown of the night here at Dick Howser Stadium, where Mississippi State fans are asking, do you remember 2018? It's when the Bulldogs beat the Noles right here on their home turf in Tallahassee, Florida, knocked them out of their own regional. But tonight's different because all eyes are on Jamie Arnold, the potential #1 pick in this summer's draft, on the bump in the Noles. The junior lefty is one of the best sliders in the college game that eats up even the most dominant hitters. But Mississippi State is rallying around interim head coach Justin Parker, now 10-2 since the change, and they have dudes in the field and in the lineup like Ace Reese. Winner of this game moves one win away from the Super Regionals. This is the regional round. 16 in all will move on to the Supers, and then the 8 winners there on the way to the College World Series in Omaha. With Davin Travis, I'm Lowell Glendo. We are fired up to bring you this outstanding matchup from Tallahassee, Florida. The only thing missing, as you know, from the Florida State baseball resume, that national championship. They know, though, they've got a dude on the mound in Jamie Arnold that can get them a step closer. He's drawing that Chris Sale comparison. He's got that low slot from the left side. The dude is nasty. What do you like the most? It's
just explosive stuff. Reminds me a lot of Randy Johnson from that low arm slot. A lot of ride up in the zone with this fastball. You'll see 98 tonight when he's on. Sink, run, when down. Slider, one of the best sliders in college baseball we've ever seen. Change up to right-handed hitters. And how about a cutter? Got a little bit bored, wanted to add a pitch to get underneath the hands of right-handed hitters, and he's found it. He is a complete starter, one of the most exciting left-handed pitchers we've seen in college in a long time.
Mississippi State, though, is trying to remove that name and just say it's another southpaw, and this is in our DNA. We crush left-handed pitching, and the numbers back that up for Mississippi State.
Yes, they sure do. And last night they beat a great starter for Northeastern, left-hander, one of the best in the entire country. You see that home run number, tied for second in Division I baseball. These guys like to catch the ball out front against left-handed pitching, but you're going to have to tonight. We got a good matchup.
Not a lot of teams that would not be intimidated facing the future #1 pick. Mississippi State, they ain't blinking, they're unfazed. Arnold on the mound against Pico Khan coming up. Miles Bailey is a man-child. Only a freshman, but dude is hitting his stride at the right time. Bailey has gone deep in 4 straight games. In those 4 games, 5 total home runs. Tread lightly when you're facing the young dog from the left side.
A lot of bumps and bruises for freshmen, and Miles Bailey's a guy that just keeps getting better and better. And here we are in the postseason. He's controlling the strike zone when he gets mistakes with that big power. He's not missing now.
3 home runs in all for Florida State, and their opening win against Bethune-Cookman. Max Williams went deep. Chase Williams went deep for the first time as a member of Florida State.
Yeah, that's a guy that's going to hit for more power as his career moves forward. He controls the strike zone fantastic. He is electric down in that 7-hole for the Noles.
And oh, by the way, Alex Lodis in the 2-hole. That may be a first-round pick as well coming up this summer. For Mississippi State, they roll out their ace. They got Pico Khan also throwing from that left side.
Boy, he's swinging his stuff right here. Fastball 90, 93. He'll bump it up into the mid-90s. He likes to ride it to the top. Curveball, slider, loves to go to the slider to the back foot of right-handed hitters, mixing in changeups as well. It's really, really good stuff here from Pico.
Check out this atmosphere tonight. It's going to be electric. Mississippi State fans have traveled well. Breaking news, they are loud as well. How about this moment for Lucas Buckner getting the start at shortstop? Sawyer Reeves was a scratch in the middle of the game yesterday when his back tightened up. So big moment here for young Lucas Buckner.
Man, I really hope Sawyer is doing all right. He's having a heck of a year, big part of this run. But next man up mentality, it's the postseason. Here we go.
86 and sunny here in Tallahassee. 6-mile-per-hour winds. Perfect night for baseball against 2 dominant historic programs. Gage Harrison leading off for the Noles. And looking at strike 1 from Pico Khan. Bulldogs playing the shift. Harrison swinging through it.
Yeah, good sign early on. Attack, attack, attack. That's what Pico does when he's at his best.
107 strikeouts for Kahn this season. He's the team leader. That's through for a single. Harrelson stopping at first. Leadoff knock.
Yeah, two-strike hitting. A lot of lefties throughout this Florida State lineup. And a lot of these lefties have more success against left-handed pitching. Fastball up in the zone there. Got to choke up a bit, give something away. Get the barrel to the baseball. Knowles, leadoff man rolling.
That brings up Alex Lodis, semifinalist for the Golden Spikes and the Dick Howser. One of two that we will see for Florida State tonight. Jamie Arnold, the other. Foul right side. What makes him a special bat?
He just has continued to grow. He's a free swinger, and he's super aggressive, and it's hard to take that aggression away from guys that have a ton of success, but this year he's done a nice job laying off those borderline pitches, flipping the count from pitchers counts to hitters counts, taking advantage of mistakes.
0-2, 93 out of the left arm of Pico Kahn.
We'll hear a lot about Jamie Arnold tonight, but let me tell you, the man on the bump right now, Pico Kahn, is a future big leaguer as well. Big-time fastball, ton of confidence in all four of his pitches.
Harrelson with 13 stolen bases over at first, second most for the Noles. Out. 1-2. That's been the knock on Lodis, his chase rate. For a big-time prospect, that's the one thing scouts want to see drop. The amount of pitches outside the zone that he chases. He's also an uber-aggressive hitter, so wants to balance those two aspects. But down swinging.
Yeah, two-strike count here. That's the Pico we're used to seeing out of the SEC. Want to know when he's on? Right-handed hitters at the plate, 2 strikes, works that slider to the back foot, swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day.
Got another draft prospect stepping in, and Max Williams, top 100 prospect, transfer from Alabama. And the toss gets away from Hunter Hines at first base. It was a bad pick and tip. Harrelson initially was thinking about taking third base as well.
That big play early on here. Just a simple pickoff throw that gets away. Just yanked it. Man in scoring position, crucial moment early in a ball game. Mississippi State winning 10 out of their last 12. Noles opportunity to make a statement early.
Williams chops it back to Kahn. Kahn looks at third, flips high over to first base. Hines collects it. So Harrelson moves up to third with 2 outs. For that dude, Miles Bailey. If you're into the metrics, when it comes to exit velocity, this dude can let it rip. Had a home run against Duke earlier this season with the 5th highest EV all season long at 117.6. The only way to describe that number, it's stupid.
Giancarlo Stanton, Shohei Ohtani, about the only guys in that category. See those last four games, 5 home runs.
And to elevate at 118 is absolutely absurd. Hot shot. Gatlin Sanders is there to make the play, and Pico Kahn and company get out of it. Getting through one of the best top 4s in America, setting up the Mississippi State Bats. Florida State gets a leadoff single by Gage Harrelson. He's stranded at third. That will turn it over to Jamie Arnold that will try to get through this Mississippi State offense that's now clicking, averaging 10 runs per game since they made the switch to the interim head coach, Justin Parker. Noah Sullivan was that dude last night.
Yeah, he sure was. Big time home run by Noah. And you think about this club and getting rid of their their manager, and Justin Parker being elevated to the head coach, there feels like there's a real energy and belief behind this Mississippi State club right now.
And you gotta believe against Jamie Arnold. Kyler McDaniel's top prospect for this summer's MLB draft. I mean, the guy has electric stuff. That slider, that's what I'm excited to see.
Yeah, it's plus. It's one of the best sliders college baseball has ever seen from the left-hand side. Oh, by the way, 98 to go with it, up in the zone. Sink went down, change up, and I tell you, that cutter, it's getting better and better.
That fastball up in the zone, getting that call is going to be vital for Jamie Arnold, and that's something that Link Jarrett, his head coach, has pointed out has been more difficult to get. Now with all the tracking that we have with TrackMan in the actual strike zone, it's a very deceiving pitch because it's rising from that low arm slot, and he doesn't always get that high pitch called on the fastball.
Yeah, for sure, and it's where Arnold lives when he's at his best. He's getting that strike at the top of the zone. The big leagues, the strike zone started to stretch up. College baseball not keeping up with that. Important to keep an eye on that tonight.
We got a baseball name leading off in Garrett Fry. First pitch swinging. Max Williams will track back, and routine for him in center field. What do you think about that? Coming out, first pitch you see, let it go.
Early on in the baseball game, first few hitters will tell you what the approach looks like, and I love it. If I'm Mississippi State, I am ready to hit from pitch one. The slider, it's wipeout, ton of swing and miss. Take advantage of those early fastballs. I like that approach for State.
Speaking of taking advantage, Bryce Chance is doing that. 4 for 5, a career high, 4 hits last night. You have the injury at shortstop, Sawyer Reeves, so Chance moves up from the 6th spot to the 2 spot tonight.
Yeah, I love this move right here. Bryce Chance, great night last night. 5 barrels, 4 knocks. Elevated to the 2-hole, riding the hot hand.
And this dude plays a mean center field as well.
Yeah, it's a fun player. Fun player to watch get it.
Bulldogs have to have a ton of confidence right now, not just the way they're playing since the head coaching change, but last night they jumped on Northeastern and took down the Huskies 11-2. And why is that so significant? They became the first team to beat Northeastern in a 28-game stretch. That's right, the Huskies had the nation's longest active winning streak at 27 straight games. And it was a lefty on the mound. And a really good one.
11-0.
They got to him.
11-0 ERA, and the best in the entire country. They tagged him for 7.
And that 1.82 ERA by Will Jones, climbing north when he saw the Bulldogs. Full count here for Jamie Arnold. The out pitch, the slider, how do you feel about it on the 3-2 count?
Yeah, I like him to attack. Heater.
Got him.
Yeah, that's why I'm up here in the box, not calling pitches as a hitter there. 3-2 count, 98. I'm ready for 98 at all times. Jamie Arnold goes to his best pitch, a slider in the zone down below it. First strikeout of the day.
45% whiff rate on that slider. All the metrics point to Jamie Arnold's slider being one of, if not the best pitch in college baseball.
There's just so much lateral movement. It starts behind a left-handed hitter like Ace Reese and can finish all the way on the outer black of the plate.
Reese hitting in the 3-hole. First team All-SEC. Newcomer of the year as well, his first season since transferring from Houston. He went 0 for 4 last night, ending the 3rd longest active hitting streak in college baseball at 22 straight. And it's 2-1. So when you get the scouting report, you see all the metrics, watch the film on the slider. As a hitter, how do you game plan for that?
Man, I mean, it's a nightmare for left-handed hitters. You got to look for the slider to start at you. I think when facing Jamie Arnold, man, you got to hunt the heater. If you're hunting a lane, you're looking for the ball to start close to you just to give you the best chance. When that slider starts to bite off that fastball, you can hang on.
2-2 to Ace Reese. Goodbye.
ACC, great. SEC, play some ball.
The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? One of the best environments to catch a college baseball game right here inside Dick Howser Stadium. Florida State averaging 5,547 fans per game inside Dick Howser. 9th best in D1 and the best attendance per game outside of the SEC. You know this park well, you played here. What makes it so special?
Just great fans, great environment, great energy all the time. They love their team. It's always a packed house here in Howser.
Cal Fisher leading off. Pico Khan, filthy to start this game.
That fastball's alive. Big thing to keep an eye on as well. That shadow had nightmares hitting against that shadow. Soon as Pico lets that ball go, gets about halfway, turns dark on you.
Hit well to the gap, carrying a flip from Fisher. Off the bottom of the fence and over, ground rule double.
That Cal Fisher can hit, man. He's a gamer. A lot of big hits throughout this season. Fastball right over the heart of the plate, driving it out to deep center field, and it did bounce just before the wall. A lot of room out there in center field. This park plays pretty fair everywhere except right field. You got to hit a long way to get it out of there.
RBI opportunity now for Drew Farrow. And this is a laser to center. Chance going back. Gone! Knowles striking first. Fourth home run of these regionals on the Florida State Seminoles.
It's a power game, power pitching. Slug, power at the plate. You got to have it. It's hard to string multiple hits together in a row and score runs. Against pitching in today's game, you got to hit homers. Florida State does again. 2-0 lead early.
In a conversation with Link Jarrett, Knowles head coach, yesterday, we asked him early, what do you like so far? And he said, the home runs. You were absolutely right. Slug is part of the DNA of this Florida State team.
Yes, it is. Been all year long.
Chase Williams came up with his first career home run for the Knowles yesterday. That went against Bethune-Cookman.
He's one of the more exciting players to watch on this Florida State team, and there's a ton of them. This guy's a budding star.
Not just fast, but maybe one of the hardest runners you will see in college baseball. Here, it was an opportunity to earn a jog for this man, Drew Farrow.
Little hanging breaking ball out over the plate, right center field. Big boy territory for a right-hander at the plate.
A big cut by Chase Williams and goes down swinging, but did not get cheated on that swing.
I love that right there out of Pico. He's an ace. You give up a home run, so what? Get right back in the zone. Gets to that fastball up above where he gets a lot of swing and miss. Good answer.
He's going to bring up Brody Delamelier. Freshman in the DH role, did not play yesterday in the opener for Florida State, the #9 national seed. Call. First pitch to right, off the fence, in play. Delamelier hitting the brakes, thinking about two. 107 exit velocity. That ball nearly ripped that chain link in half.
Boy, that's a rocket. You see the approach from these right-handed hitters. Drew Farrow, right center. Delamelier off the right field wall, jumping on a first pitch, right over the heart of the plate, and a heck of a job out in right field by Highfield, holding him to first base.
Give me some perspective. 107 exit velocity oppo.
Man, that's a man hitting that ball.
So if you're not familiar with Dick Howser, in right field, you have to clear the chain link for it to be a home run. And it is an incredibly short porch out there to right. Florida has come out free swinging.
It's an aggressive group. If you wanted to find a knock on this club, there's a lot of free swingers and a lot of chase and a lot of swing and miss. Tonight's been good.
They've now swung at 15 of the first 21 pitches from Kahn.
Yeah, that just speaks to Pico, and that's a lot of respect right there. You do not want to get deep in counts with either of these left-handed pitchers, and when you see 19 strikes or 22 total pitches, you got to be ready to hit.
Jackson West, another transfer from Alabama, second season with Florida State. Checked it, did not go. Was an all-tournament team member of the College World Series last year. As Link Jarrett brought the Noles there for the first time, with him as a head coach. 24 appearances all time. Mike Martin, the legendary, the late great, taking Florida State to the majority of those trips.
And the best to do it.
Coach, I know you love.
Very much.
Upstairs to Jackson West. What does Kahn need to do here on this pitch to get things going his way?
Well, the slider looks like it's the pitch against these lefties early on. Extremely tough pitch to get to. 3-2 count, 1 out. Forcing contact with the top of the order on deck.
Runner is off to the left side. Reese with the throw across the diamond is able to move up to Lamalier.
That's a routine double play ground ball. If Link Jarrett does not put the runner in motion over at first base, that's good baseball right there. Jackson West, left-handed hitter, but much better against lefties, betting that he's going to put the ball in play.
Back to the top of the lineup, Gage Harrelson led off this game with a single to left. Did not go, ball one.
Last at bat, Gage, 2 strikes. Drove the ball to basically straightaway shortstop. Still a bit in that shift.
Down low, Joe Powell did a solid job behind the dish for Mississippi State. Had a home run last night for the Dogs. And looking at that huge gap on the left side with Buckner playing very close behind the second base bag. Swing and a miss, 2-1.
And after you see that shift, oftentimes you do pitch to shifts. They're in the same spots that they were the last at bat. Breaking balls oftentimes are pulled left on left, so they're going to trust that positioning once again.
Buckner is really working Lamalier, trying to keep him close. Ended for a strike, and it's 2-2. Pitch 31 on the way from Pico Kahn. And strikeout number 3 from Pico Kahn. But Florida State gets on the board off the bat of Drew Farrow. This one left in a giddy up.
He's the guy that stepped up in the postseason in both of his years. Donning a Florida State uniform, slider out over the plate. Slug. That's what the Noles do. 2-0.
Electric crowd here in Tallahassee, Florida, and it's not just Seminole fans. Mississippi State, they always travel well. The Diamond Dogs well represented. That guy's a cool customer, and not as cool as this guy right here. Projected #1 overall pick, Jamie Arnold. 12-pitch first inning. Wrapped it up with back-to-back strikeouts. Arnold at 1.72 ERA at home this year. He is tough to beat here. 7 earned runs at home all season long. 4 were in his last start at home against North Carolina. Sullivan to left, scoreboard shot. These Dogs have all the bite you want. Second home run of the Tallahassee Regional for Noah Sullivan. And yes, it is because of the stash.
Yeah, baby. How about it, no? Little answer for these Dogs. That's what you got to do against Jamie Arnold. You have to catch the ball out front, especially with that angle. You got to be thinking about pulling balls. Great swing right there, 2-1 ball game.
Noah Sullivan, first season at Mississippi State, did that 17 times last season for USC Upstate. The step up in competition has not fazed Noah Sullivan.
No, sir. He's a player, man.
And home run #100 this season for the Bulldogs, extending a single season program record. They were tied with the '98 team coming into this Tallahassee Regional. And had 2 home runs last night. That one, though, just the second here in Tallahassee this season, given up by Arnold. Joe Powell had one of the home runs last night, hitting in the 5 spot here.
These are the moments you got to take advantage of as a Mississippi State offense. Hitter count.
Able to paint there, and it's 3-2.
And that's what makes Jamie Arnold Jamie Arnold. 3-1 count, you're hunting the heater, backdoor breaking ball, lands it.
Waving through. Well, let's go back and check out the damage done by Noah Sullivan.
Yeah, everything's been in. You got to catch him out front. No, it does. It's on the white line. It's on the white line in off the plate. You want to know what a good hitter looks like? They can keep that ball fair. How about off the scoreboard? Yeah, Noah.
So how do you mechanically keep that thing fair?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be just darn good. And you got to work your tail off when no one's watching you off a tee in your flips. You got a serious focus about keeping that ball up the middle, back the other way. And look, pulling the baseball comes from my thoughts of working to the big part of the field. The only reason it's pulled is because I catch it out front.
Here's a guy that's hit more home runs than any player that's worn a Bulldogs uniform. More than Will Clark, more than Rafael Palmeiro. Hunter Hines, the pride of Madison, Mississippi. It was a rough go for him last night, 0 for 4.
And it was just like you see this at bat. Breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball, breaking ball. His first 3 at bats did not see a heater.
That spot. I mean, come on now.
So tough, man. It's like as a lefty, you got 2 choices here. You can look for the breaking ball, and you're looking for it to start at you or behind you, or you sell out to the heater and you look out over the plate.
Just trying to stay alive, and he does. And Hunter Hines with his first knock in this Tallahassee Regional. 67 exit velo. You're not going to put that on a leaderboard, but it don't matter the box score.
No way, no way. That's 2-strike hitting right there. You're defensive a bit. You're just trying to put the bat to the baseball. And, you know, Hunter Hines, you talk about the power. He's been able to hit the ball out of the yard consistently throughout his career. But it's a simple swing. It's not a swing that's violent and looking like he's out of control. He's always under control. That's a great piece of hitting.
Here's Ross Highfill, had a solid start against Northeastern last night, 2 for 5. A double as well. Another one of those standouts from Madison, Mississippi. Part of that 6A championship team in 2021 at Madison Central High School. same year that the Bulldogs won the Natty.
Love it.
And at Mississippi State, expectations don't change.
No, sir.
Banner or bust.
You got that right. First two changeups we've seen tonight from Jamie Arnold, back-to-back right there.
And Highfield is down on strikes, number 3. Check that 4 for Jamie Arnold.
Yeah, and first one looking right there. Back foot sliders, change-ups away. So you hunt the lane out over the plate. He starts that ball about 3-4 feet off the plate, catches the inner half, and Jackson West behind the plate just knocks it down. Arnold, first strikeout looking.
Lucas Buckner stands in, 1 for 3. Injured mid-game last night when Sawyer Reeves back locked up. The freshman came through with a hit, went 1 for 3. Slapped to third base. Cal Fisher with a rocket to Miles Bailey. But the response by Mississippi State. Noah Sullivan can brag, I'm only the second dude to do this to Jamie Arnold in Tallahassee this year.
Yeah, we talk about Florida State's power. Mississippi State, 100 home runs on the year.
The NCAA Regionals coverage for all 16 sites continues tomorrow on ESPN Plus and the ESPN app. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all 90 NCAA championships. With Devin Travis, I'm Mo Galindo. Welcome back to Dick Howser Stadium. Shadows in play. We'll get into that. See how comfortable Alex Lodis is in this situation. At average, still just north of 400. Trying to become the first Florida State Seminole to hit 400 since Tyler Holt in 2009. The year before that is when Buster Posey hit 463.
Man, you know, Buster Posey wore number 8, and I came here in 2010, was my first year. And, when you sign with Florida State, you send in a paper and you circle 3 numbers. I circled 10, 8, and 6. Give me either one of them. And I had no idea that Buster Posey wore number 8 and that no one ever wore it. And let me tell you, I got worn out.
Did you really?
By the older guys, by the fans in the fall. I remember the message board that my parents were all over. Everyone said, who thinks you can wear number 8 after Buster Posey? Who is this guy?
Like that got out though?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What a mistake.
Lodis, this man delivers ACC Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. Check swing.
And they just have him in between. Fastball, slider, slowing him down, speeding him up.
D1 Baseball says that Alex Lodis is the #1 shortstop in college baseball. Tough to argue with the numbers and what he does defensively. Lifted, right side, Highfield, battling the sun, comes back to the field and makes a catch. So you played here. You know about the nooks, the crannies, and what makes Mike Martin Field special, this shadow. How does it affect the game, and how did you prepare for it?
If there's one complaint that I had about playing here, it was that shadow. And you know, where it's at right now is about the end of the toughness. But when you release the ball and it's light, and then the second you let it go, once it turns dark, you just lose spin. The fastball up in the zone, you'll swing at a ball over your head. It's a big advantage for Florida State, though. We play a ton of our scrimmages during this time on purpose, and I remember Mike Martin always yelling to us, this is why we're doing it. It's going to matter in the postseason. And sure enough, here it is.
There's Max Williams facing Pico Kong. Does it get easier to pick up if you see it more?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It got easier throughout my career. Now, look, the guy on the mound, Pico Khan, it could be perfect weather, and you see the ball great. It's never fun, but it's definitely an advantage to Florida State, and it's something that they practice all throughout the fall.
Not an advantage here. Williams went Kahn with the strikeout, number 4 for him. He's trying to keep up with Jamie Arnold.
Yeah, and that's the pitch right there, the fastball up. It's just incredibly tough to be able to pick up. You see it up, maybe you're guessing it's a breaking ball, so you think go. The second you go, the ball gets all the way on top of you and you realize it's too late. That is great execution by Pico.
Do you alter where you try to pick up the ball with this shadow and where it is?
You just got to grind. I mean, you really do. You just grind to see the baseball, and there's only 5 minutes or so of this left. But you just got to grind it out. Push the ball down in the zone. Look for heaters. It's like Noah Sullivan did.
Miles Bailey is like a left tackle, an ultra athletic left tackle playing baseball. This dude is enormous.
Yeah, he is. Powerful young man. 6'4", 257, draft eligible sophomore from right here in Tallahassee, Florida.
Went to Lincoln High School. His dad, Kevin, played baseball at FAMU. Perfect game, All-American as a senior in high school. So draft eligible as a sophomore next year. Don't chase that from Kahn. 3-1. Link Jarrett has done an absolutely masterful job rebuilding this Florida State program with homegrown guys.
Yes, he has. First year in the program, first year Florida State missed the NCAA regional in quite some time. He's put a nice thing together, hammering the transfer portal, keeping these guys in Florida, especially the Tallahassee ones, here at home. He's a great coach. Attention to detail is real. He's built something nice here.
Doesn't get the call. So a 2-out walk to Miles Bailey.
And that's the growth right there. You know, you think about the home runs, obviously those are coming, but that's a product of laying off those tough marginal pitches. 3-2 count right there, they go to the slider, he does. It's the growth you want to see.
Yeah, coming into the regional, 69 strikeouts, 25 walks, so that's a big discrepancy between the two. Showing growth and maturation, as you would expect from a young power hitter, getting more and more reps against elite arms, like you see it in the ACC, and tonight here against the SEC. Chopped under the glove of Reese. 2 Noles are on.
Ace Reese, incredible ball player right there. Loved the decision to go and attack that ball, but could be out of the inning. Extra pitches tacked on to Pico's arm. He just gets the short hop and gets caught in between a little bit. Sneaks underneath his glove. Florida State looking to capitalize. Drew Farreau last at bat. Big 2-run home run.
Yeah, went big fly to the right side. Fisher reaches on the E5. His dad, Adam, played for the Noles in the mid-90s and was a baller. 331 career average. Oh, run it in, 2-0.
Drew Farreau hit a little breaking ball out over the plate to right center. So next at bat, what's he see? 2 hard fastballs in.
Farreau, big physical second baseman at 6'3", 207. Another Tallahassee product. Wanted another one, and it's 2-1. 94 for Pico Kahn. This is now 49 pitches in. Farreau hit his 15th home run in his last at-bat. 4th FSU player reached that mark. That's tied for the most by any D1 team. 4 dudes with 15 home runs.
Right through the heart of this lineup too. It's a gauntlet.
2-2 count for Pico Kahn, trying to get out of this. Keep the deficit at 1. And he does. Kahn with his 5th strikeout Ends the inning, leaving 2 on. Bulldogs will try to close the gap even more when they return.
Welcome everyone to Omaha, Nebraska, home of the College World Series.
'Cause here I come, I wear it all on my sleeve, so everything you see shows you where I'm from.
Bolts back and makes the catch! Somehow hung on! Back-to-back jacks!
More, can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Welcome back to Tallahassee, Florida. We're in the regional round with all roads leading to Omaha, Nebraska. The 8 teams that survive will end up playing for the College World Series. Showing bunt to lead off is Gatlin Sanders. Out of reach. He's down 0-1, junior from Madison.
Had a big night last night, 2 for 4. 3 RBIs.
So the SEC has dominated with 5 straight national titles. The last non-SEC team to win it all was Oregon State. Back when the Pac-12 was the thing. Sanders is down on strikes. So we start off with 64 teams, 16 different regionals with 4 teams each. The way it stands right here in Tallahassee, Northeastern eliminated Bethune-Cookman earlier today 4-3. The loser of this game will face Northeastern tomorrow in another elimination game. The winner of this matchup moves 1 win away from advancing to the Super Regional. This regional will match up with the winner in the Corvallis Regional. Oregon State is a higher national seed than Florida State, so if Oregon State, the team that opened up the regional with the loss to St. Mary's, can find a way to win that, and Florida State wins this regional, the Noles would have to travel to Corvallis, and that also applies for any other team, whether it's Mississippi State or Northeastern winning this regional. They would have to travel to Corvallis to take on Oregon State.
Man, oh man, could you imagine though? Mississippi State wins this regional. TCU or Oregon State do not win the Corvallis regional.
And TCU's done. TCU got eliminated by Oregon State earlier.
There you have it, man. You got a potential super regional host in Starkville.
But for the fans in Starkville, why not believe in this team? With what they did to Northeastern, the way they are playing with that transition from Chris Lemonis to Justin Parker, why not believe in this team? They got the bats. The pitching staff is starting to pick it up. I mean, what Ben Davis did last night, that was electric stuff.
That is electric stuff. Fastball into the mid-90s, and you think about 21 when they won the whole thing. And no one was penciling them to make any kind of run. But they got hot at the right time, and they put it all together. I'm seeing similar characteristics of this team.
Full countdown from Jamie Arnold to Garrett Fry. Kyler McDaniels, top-ranked prospect for the upcoming Major League Baseball draft, has another strikeout. Strikeout number 6.
Adds 10 batters, 6 strikeouts, all 6 on one of the best breaking balls we've seen in college baseball. That one a little more down action, changes the shape, tries to land it over the plate. Swing and a miss. Jamie's got it going tonight.
It's that slider. Came into this game with 55 strikeouts off the slider. 8th most in Division I.
And last year, the strikeout pitch was the fastball. And this year, things just kind of flipped. And guys were ready to attack that fastball early in the count. I also think it's a big reason he added that cutter, just to avoid hitters being able to lean out over the plate, something that's a little bit tighter and harder that can work in on righties.
And when we have a chance to talk to Link Jarrett, we'll bring this up. But Arnold's ability to block out everything external, hearing about potential top pick of the draft, scouts everywhere he pitches, and just focus on what he does between the lines here. It's been on camera.
Yeah, it's hard to do. And anytime the media rolls in, everybody always wants to talk to Jamie Arnold. He's done a nice job narrowing his focus here and being a Florida State Seminole, being where his feet are.
Fabulous job there by Jackson West to help with that strike call. And it's 2-2 to Bryce Chance. Chance will strike out victim number 1. And he's down for the second time. 7 for Jamie Arnold. Even he can't believe it.
He pitches like he is on fire. 6 strikeouts with the slider. Now add 1 with the cutter.
We all know this is the best time of the year. Nerves start to kick in again. Butterflies start to, rumble in your stomach. But it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. Enjoy now, man. Enjoy now. It's fun. Make it fun. Good luck to you, boys.
That's crazy. That's Cam Smith, rookie star for the Houston Astros, your boy, that was playing on this very field in the past, but like last year in the past. We're talking 284 days after his final college game to the major leagues in the opening day roster, 3rd quickest position player to make that leap. Unreal.
Yeah, pretty unbelievable, man. And you think just somewhere around 30 minor league baseball games, and you got to give Link Jarrett and the rest of his staff a ton of credit. You think about the ACC, we talk about how strong it's been, how much it's growing. To be able to make that jump in under a year, hard to believe it can happen.
Now there are some star players that have proven they're capable of making that jump quickly. Paul Skeens, you see Cam Smith, Jamie Arnold's looking like one of those dudes who can do it. And honestly, organizations like the Royals need to figure things out. Free cats, get them to the big leagues.
Amen. What are we waiting on? What are we waiting on?
But that would not have been the conversation for Cam Smith as a freshman, right?
No doubt. And you think about Miles Bailey and the growth. Cam Smith struck out 66 times his freshman year. And he cut that number down by 18 his draft eligible sophomore year. So when you look at Miles Bailey, and as a Florida State fan, you want to get excited about what could be. Cam Smith, I think, is an easy guy to circle.
Meanwhile, Pico Khan has stepped on this bump with all the attention on Jamie Arnold, him being the entire focus of this game. And he is dealing, man. I know he's opening up your eyes. You're seeing a guy that could be a future big leaguer here as well.
Yeah, he's a big leaguer. There's no question about it. There's just a look to the guys that have it. And I don't really know how to explain the look other than their presence.
You've seen it, man.
Their presence means something, and Pico's got it.
Full count here to Chase Williams. And one of the most electric runners in college baseball is on to lead off the top of the 4th.
Man, back-to-back shots to the outer edge. Yeah, it's a good call, man. That ball's on the white line. It's a good take.
Chase Williams, the top base stealer, 14 of 16 coming into the regional. Link Jarrett says he's the fastest player I've ever coached, and no one is even in the conversation. It's not just fast, he runs hard. And there he goes, trying to take second, and has it. Joe Powell could have handled the pitch from Khan. Even if he fields it cleanly, I don't know. With that jump, you got a chance.
That's just savvy right there. Long at bat, walks him, gets to first base. Pico's trying to get back in the strike zone, so what's he do? He takes off first move. Got no chance when he does that.
Delamolier will try to bring him around. He wants third. Williams to third. Got it. Electricity in the legs of Chase Williams.
I mean, you can't teach speed, you can't teach instincts. If you're stealing third base, you got to have some momentum going. Chase, it's back-to-back. And just like that, a walk turns into a triple for the Noles.
And this place is alive.
Count here. Lefty on deck. Fastball down the chute.
And it's 3-2.
Nasty change up. You say what you get 3-1, oftentimes you get 3-2.
To the right side and out of play. First time up. Lavalier took a rocket shot, 100 plus off the right field fence. Former high school teammate of Alex Lodis. Got a piece of it. Otherwise, Williams is scoring.
Infield all playing back here. Any ground ball. Scores a run. Pico going for the strikeout.
What do you think about out infield back in this situation?
I agree, early on in the ball game.
Even with a guy like Arnold on the mound?
Yeah, you know, you bring up a great point there. You're betting on Pico to get the big strikeout. You just don't want a blooper over their head to score any runs. And, you know, this Mississippi State club, they got a good thing going on right now at the plate. It's a club that believes. They believe they can score. It doesn't matter who's on the mound. Lefties, they like them.
And now it appears Mississippi State will bring the infield in and try to cut that runner down. Instead, it is to welcome out the interim head coach and the pitching coach, Justin Parker. Well, ESPN is the home for the NCAA College Baseball Regionals for around-the-clock multi-game coverage. Scan the QR code below. ESPN Plus subscribers can access expanded coverage with Squeeze Play. I mean, this time of year, it's the best watch. You get every game.
Those guys are incredible.
Well, Mississippi State fans had a priceless reaction last night. Late in the game against Northeastern, they busted out in between plays and pitches, and it was an applause after finding out that Ole Miss had lost their regional opener, hosting at home in Oxford.
They were fired up.
West shows bunt. Infield is in.
Looks like they just have the corners in here. They're playing for a double play in the middle. Jackson West having a lot more success this year against left-handed pitching. Situation like this, you're trying to minimize the bleeding. You'll take a double play ball for a run score.
That's not a normal runner over there on third base. I would imagine that is going to speed you up a little bit more, knowing it's Chase Williams.
And this is a situation too, if it's a shot that's hit to the third baseman, first baseman, and Chase Williams takes off, to your point, 2-1 ball game, Jamie Arnold on the mound, they're not going to just try to turn a double play.
Runner to second. That's Lavalier in safely. A high pitch from Kong.
And now here's where it gets tricky. No outs, left on left matchup, leadoff man on deck. Got Jamie Arnold on the mound. This tells you a lot what Coach Justin Parker's thinking. If he keeps his infield back here, he is betting on his offense that they can make a run back in this ballgame.
Third stolen base this inning. Jackson West inside, and it's 3-1. So Mississippi State goes to the shift. Against Jackson West.
Pico once again, 3-1 count. Goes soft. Last at bat to Lavalier. He went soft and then heater. Left on left here, you're going for that big strikeout, but you do have the leadoff man on deck.
Huge. Gassed him. Pico gone. Another puncher.
Yeah, Pico, believe it. Left on left. We got our ace on the mound. Fastball up in the zone, no chance. It's a big strikeout.
He's got 6 of them now. Top of the lineup, Gage Harrelson. Strikeout and a leadoff single. Hunter Hines will come up and crash, expecting bunt. And signaling to the dugout for a signal, as that was late movement on the right side of the infield. Vacancy to center. Williams easily scores. (3-1) Florida State.
How about that adjustment from at bat to at bat? Fastball up in the zone. Gage Harrelson first at bat drove it into left center field. Second at bat, he struck out on that same fastball, but he stays committed to that fastball. Nice little short swing, not trying to do too much. Hits a rocket shot to left center field, and no problem with that base running right there by Delamelier. You must always start back on a line drive. He does. First and third, 1 out. Knowles take a 2-run lead.
Hey, go back to that leadoff walk issue to Chase Williams. With his speed, he takes second, he takes third. That allows Harrelson to drive him home.
And you look up and down this Florida State lineup, and before Chase Williams entered this lineup, there truly wasn't a base-stealing threat that can change the game in a flash. Chase Williams, he gave the team the spark that they needed in the middle of the season when it comes to speed.
That's the thing about this Florida State team. Even though they're built around the slug, big bats, big power arms, they can play this style when they need to. We saw there in mid-game against Bethune-Cookman have 1 inning where it really was a combination of small ball being great on the bases. So we got a first and third play. We'll see if the runner breaks from home, and a heads-up play just to get back and save yourself by Gage Harrelson. But also well played by Mississippi State just to leave it there.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there. I mean, no doubt if you're going to err on any side, you make sure that your guy at third base does not score a run. Remember Buckner, a freshman in the ball game for Sawyer Reeves.
Try it again, and Powell can't handle it. Stolen base number 4 this inning. Crowd becoming a factor.
And they're coming alive. Infield still back here. A little shocking.
Well-timed visit for many reasons. Probably the most significant at this point. Try to take the Florida State home crowd out of it a little bit. But here's the dude that can get them back in with one swing of the bat. Alex Lodis, the best shortstop playing college baseball. And they're going to put him on. Some respect right there. Also set up an opportunity for a double play to get out of it.
Yeah, Max Williams, better against left-handed pitching, but in a 2-0 count right there, you got the ACC Player of the Year, no hits in this regional, but you know it's a matter of time. You play the odds. Has not looked comfortable today.
Juiced for Max Williams. Strike 1, and it's foul. Max Williams, a Florida native, Started his career at Alabama. Happy to have him here in Tallahassee. Second team ACC selection this year. And he's down 0-2.
A little bit of a waste pitch right there, changed the eye level. Sets up that breaking ball down again. And Miles Bailey on deck, another lefty. Just one out here with the bases loaded.
Strikeout number 7 for Pico Kahn.
He's a dude. Pico is a dude. How about the chest smash? You throw a fastball up in an 0-2 count, it sets up the breaking ball down. But you want to know what? When I got my guy on the mound and I know he can locate, I have no fear of him missing over the plate. 1-2 fastball, right back to it. Pico wins. One more to go.
Big dog freshman Miles Bailey with an opportunity. Took something off. Got it over. First pitch strike.
Breaking balls to Miles Bailey in his first at bat. Looked like he settled in against it, but Pico's just doing a great job mixing pitches throughout this game.
Bailey with a home run and 5 straight for the Seminoles. To left field. Fry tracking. Kiss it goodbye. 6 straight for the big dog. Let him eat. Five straight games with a home run, 6 total in that stretch in his first Grand Slam. He's a freshman?
Hard to believe. Scary.
That chases Pico Kahn from the game. That is grown man strength. Oppo pop.
He knew it. Miles Bailey, a freshman that gets better and better and better. And I think he's close to being at his best at the right time of the year. How about a grand slam for the young freshman in his first postseason in college baseball?
Ron Galindo here with Devin Travis. Go back to that intentional walk, which essentially said, give us the freshman and Miles Bailey. They regret that decision. It's a sweet swing too.
Yeah, it's simple. It's simple. Just left up in the zone, and the second he hit it, he knew it.
New pitcher now from Mississippi State. Justin Parker going to Charlie Foster here.
Big time arm, 91, 95. Another one of these young freshmen flamethrowers. Majority fastballs, curveball. Very, very rare. Change up.
And there is the curtain call by Miles Bailey. At least one more year of those. Be a draft eligible sophomore next season. And I'm sure that raw power is going to be very appealing to Major League teams.
And a lot of scouts here today. You see the guys on the bump. Miles Bailey moving up them boards for next year.
But this inning really has featured everything for Luke Jarrett's team. Saw the speed with 4 stolen bases. Started after that leadoff walk to Chase Williams. And then the ability to beat you deep with that grand slam. By the way, the first grand slam of the tournament this season.
Mr. Miles Bailey.
Fisher reached on an error at third his last time up. And we got a full count. Flared to right, out of play. And a souvenir.
We've not seen the breaking ball yet from Foster. Just 9 innings on the year, 13 strikeouts from that arm slot. Big 12-6 curveball, ton of break. Good looking young arm.
Talked so much about Mississippi State's ability to hit left-handed pitching. Florida State said, hold my Gatorade.
Florida State, they drink Powerade.
True.
No Gatorade in
I forgot
Tally.
about where that that other campus that tasty beverage originated on. To left, will it stay fair? Got a Carlton fist this one. Foul. Seminoles 13-0 this season when opponents start a lefty. Only team in D1 baseball without a loss. This ball was touched. Little lean. Not quite enough.
Not enough lean for you, baby.
Let's try it again. Pitch number 9 from Charlie Foster. Back to us. Make a play, Devin.
We got a great battle going on right here, though. Young freshman coming in, falls behind 3-0. Attack. Almost. The net was in my way, but I promise
ready to make a play.
I don't miss balls in the air, I'll tell you that. Now on the ground, I'm suspect, not in the air.
Did not go. And a 2-out walk from Foster to Fisher.
Fantastic at bat right there. Sending the inning.
So this will mean that every Florida State player in the lineup will bat this inning. As Drew Farrow steps up. Struck out his last time up. First time up, hit the 2-run home run to right center. Think it that way again. Well, let's go back to the second inning.
Drew Farrow getting things started for these Noles. Pico was looking sharp, but jumping on a spinning breaking ball out over the plate, driving it out to right center field, making it a 2-0 game early for the Noles.
5 home runs now for Florida State in this regional. Chopped to Ace Reese on the run, tough play, makes it in time. But damage is done. Started with the leadoff walk to Chase Williams. Havoc ensued on the bases. Florida State swipes 4 of them. And then that man goes big fly to drive in. Welcome back to Tallahassee, Florida. Time to catch up. Justin Parker representing Mississippi State. Coach, it looked like your lefty Pico Khan was just absolutely dealing. What happened in that last inning?
Well, I think he fell behind in counts, and they did a great job of adjusting to him. And of course, you know, the power. It's just one swing of the bat can change the game. I thought he battled back in that inning to get in a position to get out of it. And then the guy did a really nice job elevating the ball and spun it good. And just couldn't quite make enough pitches to get out of it.
Coach, Jamie Arnold going a lot of sliders tonight. Is there a point where you flip the game plan and start looking for spin?
Well, I mean, even if you look for it, I mean, it's still hard to hit. It's a really good pitch, and he commands it, and he changes velos with it. So we just got to get him up in the zone, try to get better pitches to hit, and try to get in better counts.
Coach, finally, what do you appreciate most about this team and the way they've rallied around you?
You know, just the heart, the toughness, the will. They love playing with each other, so my job is a little bit easier, and we've got great heart and great leadership.
Well, you've done a great job, Coach. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Tough spot to be in for Justin Parker, second season on the Mississippi State staff. Hired as a pitching coach by Chris Lemonis, and then when they make the coaching change on April 28th, Justin Parker is the man that has to take over the program, and in a difficult situation where at that point Mississippi State is not a regional team, but he rights the ship to finish the regular season going into the regional 9-2. Here they are. Big statement win last night against Northeastern, and this is a team with still some bite. They're still in this thing. I know it's a 6-run deficit, but this is not an elimination game. Mississippi State still is one of those teams to look out for here in this regional.
You better believe it, especially when you got guys like this at the plate, a team that hits a lot of home runs. The game can flip very, very quickly. They played a 30-game SEC slate. They are battle-tested. They've been through a lot over this past month or so. There's no quitting these fellas.
Issue with this game is Jamie Arnold with a 6-run lead. Tough. And I love Parker's comment about sitting on spin, and the point being, even if you do, that pitch is so good.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about that.
2-1 here to Noah Sullivan, the man that hit only the second home run against Arnold in Tallahassee this season. It's 2-2.
Yeah, a lot of pitches in early on in this ball game, and Noah Sullivan took a cutter in deep.
Lodis at shortstop, in with him. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Capital One coming your way. Sunday, 7 Eastern time on ESPN. Yankees and Dodgers. I mean, you know what that matchup is all about. We love hitting, so who are we watching there?
Little World Series from last year, a little rerun. Could happen again. The Yankees are on fire, man. Aaron Judge, what he is doing right now is unbelievable.
That Shohei guy is solid.
Baseball's easy to some people. Yeah, those two guys, I don't get it.
I mean, you basically have a top-tier starter on the mound in Shohei when he can work his way back, and one of the best bats in baseball, all in one. Ridiculous. And those are two large, athletic human beings right there.
Oh, they're huge. Yeah, I played against them both, and somehow they just keep getting better 10 years later.
Full count here for Jamie Arnold, projected #1 pick against Joe Powell, transfer from Cincinnati. Down in the zone, and that is a 2-out walk.
It's a fantastic at-bat right there, and we're not getting too far ahead of ourselves. Jamie Arnold, 6-run lead. It's a tough comeback, but that's how it starts, #1. And then #2, you think about yesterday, Florida State, Joey Bellini threw just 3 innings. They went through 3 bullpen arms yesterday. Jamie Arnold sitting at 60 pitches here in the 4th inning. The more pitches you can tax on his arm, you think about having to play that game again. Getting into Florida State's bullpen, that's the route to getting back against these guys.
Hines to right field. Just look at this one and extend the record, why don't you? The man that's hit more bombs than anybody in Mississippi State history does it again. How about number 70 for Hunter Hines? Back in it. As these dogs become the second team with multiple home runs against Arnold in his storied career.
Number 70. Wow, what a collegiate career. How about Joe Powell's at bat, though, in setting that up right there and extending the inning. 3-2 count, laying off that tough pitch down. Hunter Hines comes up. Ton of breaking balls throughout this regional. Seen very little heaters. You got to be real careful when you throw the same pitch to the guy too many times in a row. Hunter Hines, make it pay.
And swing by Ross Highfield. And here's the deal with Florida State. If you can chase Arnold from the game, that's when you really have a chance. Because for as dominant as the Florida State starting rotation has been, the bullpen has been that bad. Now, they looked really good against Bethune-Cookman when Joey Vellini had to leave the game after that 2-hour, 19-minute weather delay. But for the course of this season, that has been the biggest flaw of this Florida State team.
No question. And you know, you face Jamie Arnold, it's layered, right? You have the opportunity, you try to jump on him early, you don't. Okay, no problem, but now let's move to the next stage, guys. Let's get in their bullpen. Let's force him to throw extra pitches. Let's foul off pitches with 2 strikes.
Nasty pitch and strikeout number 8 for Arnold. Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro, Hunter Hines. Big fly number 70 for Mississippi State's home run king. Jordan Travis, one of the greats for Florida State football in attendance, just got a standing ovation. You haven't received a standing ovation yet.
I know, man.
Are you a little jealous that little bro is getting one?
Why's he get all the love?
He was a dude, man. He was a dude.
Hey, man, give me some love over there.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you, man.
Thank you for loving me, bro. Yeah,
you're my favorite, Travis.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Proud of that young man.
I told Jordan the same thing. That's all. Chase Williams did go.
That's right. Devin's brother. I'm sick of being Jordan's brother. That's right. It's fun watching him play, man. That kid dreamt of playing football here at Florida State. I remember my days, 18 years old. Jordan was 8, running around these fields, dreaming of having the opportunity to put on a Florida State uniform one day, and he did. So, dream come true.
Big hack by Williams, and he goes down swinging.
That's a good start right there from the freshman. It's a big fastball right there. 91 up to 95 from that angle way up top. Florida State hitters, you want to try to get to that, you got to think about being on top of the baseball, swinging a ball 2 balls above it.
Here's Brody DeLamielleure. First pitch strike, Charlie Foster getting ahead. 7-3 lead here for Florida State. 5 spot, their last time up. The grand slam by Miles Bailey, putting Link Jarrett's squad in a fantastic spot. Huge bounce back though, just half a frame to go with Hunter Hines and that 2-run home run. Feel a lot better about a 4-run deficit in this situation.
That's a big answer from Mississippi State right there. Grabbing a little bit of momentum.
Loser of this game will face Northeastern tomorrow in another elimination game. Awesome matchup with Bethune-Cookman and Northeastern earlier today, with the Huskies holding off Bethune-Cookman to win by a run. And give Mike Glavin his first win in a regional as head coach of his alma mater.
think about them sitting in that game. If there's a team in this regional that's able to make it out of the losers bracket, it's Northeastern. Ton of pitching depth guys, they run them. All their numbers look the same. 7 guys with whips under 1.
It's just ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. It's I don't care who you're playing against. Baseball's hard, always.
It was Northeastern's first tournament win since 1973. 2-2 to Lamalia. Down swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Charlie Foster. Going to hear from the head Knoll, Link Jarrett, coming up in just a bit. I'm sure he's going to be excited about the home runs he's seen.
Oh, yeah. Talking hitting with him was a ton of fun earlier this week.
Yeah, there's definitely a plan. It's detailed and executed to perfection. And he treats every hitter as individuals. There's no one cookie-cutter way to hit at this Florida State program. It's basically getting to understand your swing and your movement, what you do naturally, and then trying to build off that, while at the same time addressing some movements that may be suboptimal that could catch up to you. But it's a beautiful blend of new school and old school, using all the tech and all the data, but also simple constraint-based drills like ground ball to second base if you're a right-handed hitter, to work on staying through a ball.
Yeah, it's so true, so true. Hitting, hardest thing to do in the world, and I love that he says, hey, we look at their natural ability, and look, analytics, they're amazing, and all the technology, it is absolutely incredible. What a gift for these guys to be able to use, but it doesn't tell the whole story. It can give you ideas and thoughts into maybe what you're doing, but at the end of the day, the guys that played this game that are teaching it, their eyes are what do the coaching.
West staying alive. Yeah, they'll use the TrackMan data to scout opposing pitchers and then go to their hit lab and set up multiple stations with their pitching machines set up to simulate that exact spin rate and movement and release point.
Genius.
West rolls it over. Hines, late flip, but in time to Charlie Foster. 3 up, 3 down for Florida State. Gonna have a conversation with Link Jarrett when we return here to Tallahassee. A 7-3 lead for Florida State over Mississippi State. Time to catch up with FSU head coach Link Jarrett. Done a heck of a job with this program. Coach Jamie Arnold, not just the stuff on the mound, but what has he shown you with the ability to block out all the noise and focus on his job?
Yeah, when you're in the discussions and in the position he's in for the next level, it's rare for an athlete to go through those feelings and emotions and the spin-off that goes with that. It's a lot. And his ability to compartmentalize his work and come out here and compete and go down there in the bullpen and compete in the weight room and compete, it says a lot about him. He's become a professional, and we know that's what he's going to be in the near future. To watch the growth, the maturity, the evolution of the stuff on the mound, it's remarkable. And I'm so happy for him. Great family. It's a beautiful kid.
Coach, when you talk about growth and development, I know you made a huge impact on Cam Smith's career, and you had a front seat watching his growth from his freshman year to his draft-eligible sophomore year, and you got a guy in Miles Bailey that I'm starting to see some similarities. Can you give us some insight into what you see in that comparison?
Yeah, you know, Miles probably has as good or better adjustability. Like, he adjusted to that breaking pitch. And I'll tell you, Cone and Arnold, I don't know if there's 2 better left-handed sliders in the college game. To adjust to that and stay on it, and clearly you have to have the physical strength to hit the ball out the other way. But you saw it all in a snapshot there. It's remarkable skill. So his adjustability in game to that type of specific pitching is really, really advanced. And I think Cam grabbed it his sophomore year. I think we're seeing Miles obviously doing it right now in front of us.
Well, Coach, we love talking ball with you. Really do appreciate your team and all your time this week.
All right, guys, thank you.
Coach, thank you.
Wow.
Wow. Shocked me with that one.
I mean, when he talks about that adjustability and he gives Miles that kind of praise, what do you think?
I mean, adjustability inside the game of baseball is what makes is the difference between okay and the great ones, and then the great ones and the greatest ones. And you know, this is a constant game of making adjustments. And the idea inside of this game is chance for success. It's not just success. And having that adjustability gives you the greatest chance for success in the long run.
That guy can coach.
He can coach, man. He's darn good.
Former All-American shortstop here in Tallahassee in '93 and '94. And perfect guy for this job because, like you, he played for the legend. He understands what this program is built upon.
Yeah, Mike Martin, rest in peace. And one of the best coaches to ever coach the game of baseball, and he just teaches you so many lessons on the field, but the biggest thing he teaches you is how to treat people. And I think that's why Link has so much success, his relationships with these kids.
Now Jamie
Special.
Arnold's just picking on guys. Can't do that to a freshman. Come on, man.
That's just nasty. And we asked Coach Parker, do you look breaking ball? What do you do with that one, even if you're looking for it? Just nasty.
Number 10 all time, Florida State history with strikeouts. Man, just running up those numbers. He's going to try to become the first pitcher from Florida State drafted in the top 10 since Jonathan Johnson in 1995. You hear that stat? Is that a little shocking to you?
Yeah, it's crazy. A lot of good ones running through this program, but there's only one guy every year that can go 1-1. A lot of great collegiate programs across the country. Man, it's 30 years ago.
Sanders struck out his first time out. Arnold doesn't get the call there. Also, high praise for Link Jarrett on Pico Khan's slider. Staying through that. Bailey, the flip. Arnold covering some ground. There we go. Kyler McDaniel is our draft guru. Does a fantastic job coming into the postseason. These are his top prospects from the college level. Lefty pitching heavy with Arnold, Doyle, and Anderson, but at the top of the list is Jamie Arnold. Also SEC, ACC heavy there. Garrett Fry. Cal Fisher makes the play. That dude's locked in. It's the final weekend of the UFL season, and we've got the Arlington Renegades taking on the San Antonio Brahmas in the XFL Conference of the United Football League. You will see that Sunday, noon Eastern on ABC. Logan Lindo here with Devin Travis inside Dick Howser Stadium. 7-2 lead for Florida State. 7-3, check that, over the Diamond Dogs from Starkville. Top of the lineup for the Noles, Gage Harrelson. 1 strikeout, 2 knocks.
Charlie Foster doing a nice job coming in this ball game, retired the last 4 Seminole hitters.
Inside 2-0. Top, and it's 3-0. 15th all-time meeting between these two storied programs. Florida State is 3-0 against the Dogs. in the regular season. And Mississippi State with a commanding edge in the tournament. 7 wins, 4 losses. 4-pitch walk. Don't want to do that to the leadoff guy.
That was the beginning 2 innings ago. Started with the leadoff walk to Chase Williams, Florida State. Reached base safely to start an inning 4 times now in 6 innings.
Alex Lodis intentionally walked last time up. Came back to hurt Mississippi State because it meant the inning would get to Miles Bailey with the opposite field grand slam. Lodis is 0 for 6 in this Florida State regional. 17 home runs on the season. Earlier this year, hit for the cycle against Florida. And to make it even more sweet, it was a walk-off grand slam to complete the cycle. Those around here in Tallahassee don't believe that's ever happened in a game of baseball, ever. And Lodis is that guy for Florida State. Here is that walk-off.
How about against your in-state rival, too?
Yeah, he knew it.
Backside in Jacksonville.
His cousin over there at Georgia Tech, also one of the best shortstops in the game. Big miss, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, they really have Alex in between right now. To me, looks like he's just starting a tick too late. Looks like he's trying to guess the speed of the pitch. When he's at his best, he's thinking right center. He's all over the fastball. He adjusts from there.
His mindset, he told us, do damage. See what he can do with 2 Ks. First, a big move.
You mentioned that ground ball to second base, that dot, that's something big that Link Jarrett worked with Lodis. Has a bit of loft in his swing, wanted to get him more direct, feeling like he's staying on top of the baseball. It's a good thought right now.
Felt like Lodis was filleting balls to the right side and they were flaring, not getting backspin and really running. They noticed there was a little bit of a loop in his swing, and so tried to address that with the drill that you were talking about. Not that he wants to hit a ground ball to second base, but the thought that when it becomes live against a dude throwing in the 90s, instead of a ground ball, it's a line drive to right field. And the numbers have backed it up, that approach has worked for him. He's getting more oppo hits this season, hit hard.
Without question, your thoughts, your approach, what you're looking for, your plan of attack increases your chance for success. Lodis is proof.
And pitch clock violation. So that will be a ball added to the count. So it's now 3-2 as Charlie Foster took too long.
Likely starting the runner here. You're not trying to steal the base. You make sure he goes home. Try to stay out of the double play.
Harrelson is off and certainly garnering Charlie Foster's attention.
And that approach right there looks like Alex is trying to hit it to the backside. Still just starting a bit late, but I tell you, Charlie Foster, I'm incredibly impressed. He's working that fastball to both sides of the plate. He's landing that off-speed pitch, throwing more changeups tonight, something we only seen 6 times early on in this season. It's a good-looking arm here, but a big pitch in a battle.
Tallahassee, your thoughts? Do you know that guy, the chef?
Never met him.
I'm sure he knows you. Break down Harrelson's lead here. And the way he positions his body. It looks a little unorthodox. What do you think?
Yeah, take a peek at it right now. I'm pretty sure he's probably just opened a bit. You want to have that front foot flared. The more open you can be, you can shoot to a direct line, that left foot across.
And he's gone. Lodis to Reese. The pick, was he off the bag though? They're gonna look at this. Brad Vanderglass is saying that Hunter Hines came off first base when he made the scoop. The call on the field was out. He's out.
Good there. Great play.
Can you just signal down for them like we got this?
Yeah, we got it. Let's go. Here we go.
Out.
Expedited review.
We should have a buzzer down, helping this process.
It's a great play, man.
They're looking at it on the big screen. There's another look. So not quite secure until right there, and he's still on the back.
That's fantastic.
What makes that play so tough?
He picks at first base, man. It's something they work so hard on, and you know, they got the biggest glove on the field, but there's nothing easy about those in-between hops. The most important thing you can do is keep your rhythm as a first baseman. You want to get your left foot just outside that baseball, and it's foot land, catch the ball secure. It's well done over at first base.
Taking a look back at Pittsburgh in the review center. Sure they get this call right. Ruling on the field was out at first base. Brad Vanderglass immediately pointed at first base. And honestly, in real time, it looked like he may have a strong case, but when we watch in slow motion, it really seems like Hunter Hines firmly makes that play. Take another look. So looking at that right foot of Hines. So it's on there. Maybe not completely secure, but even right there.
He's good to go. Yeah. It's really not even close. Maybe the white cleats and the white base from up here kind of threw us off. Let this be a quick one here.
You thought wrong. That's the green base that we've seen in the SEC and now in every regional this year. That's for the runner. So on close plays like that, avoid any unnecessary contact. Let's get the call.
After review, the call at first stands. Batter is out. Florida loses the challenge. They have one challenge remaining.
So the Noles have one challenge remaining. Can't take him with you.
Thought we'd get it confirmed there. No call stands. Out nonetheless. Charlie Foster wins that battle. Another big one here.
Max Williams, he struck out his last 2 times up. This will be his first matchup against Charlie Foster. Runner goes. Harrelson wants third. Reese made a heck of a play just to hold on to that baseball. Otherwise, it's in left field, and Harrelson is heading home.
Yes, he sure did. Gage, aggressive, long delay. Betting on Charlie Foster to go to sleep a little bit. It's just so important. You have to have momentum when you're stealing third base. And Gage Harrelson, he's a super heady base runner. Getting to third base, less than 2 outs. And Fields playing back here, though.
Don't like that?
No, not a 4-run ball game. We're in the middle innings here. Left on left matchup. Max Williams has not looked comfortable all day long. 2 strikeouts and a capped ball back to the pitcher. I'm liking my infield in here. Jamie Arnold's still on the mound. 4-run ball game. Don't want it to be 5.
Runs up. It's stolen base by Harrelson, by the way. The 5th for Florida State in this game. All since the 4th inning. Heard all the talk about Northeastern and Bethune-Cookman being so good on the bases. So watch me. Big swing and a miss for Max Williams.
2 strikeouts today on fastballs, up in the zone, now make it 3. How about Charlie Foster, man? It's big.
You want big? Got Miles Baylor. Last 5 games, 10 for 15. 6 home runs, 15 driven in. He's locked in.
Yeah, he is. And left on left slider, last at bat. A lot of sliders throughout the game today. Charlie Foster's got that fastball going at the top of the zone right now. Probably a steady dose. Wouldn't throw him a strike.
We just saw Coach Gautreau come out and signal to his left fielder, get back. (2-0). Do you pitch him differently with first base open in this situation?
Yeah, right now I want no part of Miles Bailey, man. When you are on a heater like he is on right now, you feel like you can hit anybody in the world. Does not matter who's on the mound. 2-0 count. I'm not giving him anything to hit. If you're Miles Bailey, you're ready to take advantage of a mistake.
Harrelson's really working him over on third base. A lot of activity down that third base line. This can't be close. Oh.
Stones, right at him.
Man. Bailey has reached safely in 17 of his last 22 plate appearances. Make it 18-23. Respect right there.
Yes, it is, and discipline. Swinging a hot bat. You want this opportunity. Man at third base. Smart.
Here comes Justin Parker. Trip to the mound to talk with his young reliever, Charlie Foster. Cal Fisher will be the batter for Florida State. First batter that Foster faced upon entering the game. He walked him. Full run lead for Florida State, the number 9 national seed.
A couple of righties down in the pen. Cal Fisher better against right-handed pitching. Big reason. Justin Parker can leave his guy in the game, Charlie Foster. 244 against left-handed pitching. 336 against right-handed pitching this year for Cal Fisher. First and third, 2 outs. Big opportunity here for the Noles to add on, and a big opportunity for a young freshman whose confidence is just continuing to grow and grow and grow. Just 9 innings coming into this game. He's looked sharp today.
21 pitchers used by Mississippi State this season. 14 of them pitching for the first time for the Bulldogs. Fouled back by Fisher. Charlie Foster, one of the newcomers. Freshman. You can see the upside, no doubt.
You got a deep bullpen down there. A lot of flamethrowers.
Fouled back. And he's down 0-2.
How about that? Mound visit, comes right out, attacks with the fastball right at him. Next pitch, change-up pitch. He has not thrown a ton. Confidence. Growing.
Beautiful spot. Dot it up, why don't you? Charlie Foster pinpoint.
Good for that young man right there. Dang right. I trust my guy, young freshman, doesn't matter. Strikeout.
Welcome back to the NCAA Baseball Regionals presented by Capital One. Women's College World Series in OKC heating up. Earlier today, Texas took down OU. Boomer Sooner set some magic as of late with the most dominant run in softball we've seen in a long, long time. We got a dominant run here by Jamie Arnold, just trying to dice up this Mississippi State offense. It's actually been hanging tough. 2 home runs against Arnold. Second and third against Arnold here in Tallahassee, where he's been nearly untouchable this season.
See, this is an explosive offense in Mississippi State, and really they battled, and it's been impressive. 3 runs against Jamie Arnold. This is no slight. This is a future big league arm. This is a guy that can get us in the big leagues right now. But that pitch count is what I'd have my eye on, sitting at 82 pitches. If I'm Mississippi State, my goal, this is Jamie Arnold's last inning.
Oh, you feel that one. Bryce Chance.
This is just no fun. Slider that's just hauling tail towards your back foot. Oh.
That's a bone right there. That is a tough dude. You can tell his toughness just the way that Bryce Chance plays the game. But man, dude throwing heat straight off the bat to the bone.
4 hits in this regional, but 2 strikeouts. Today, 1 on the slider, 1 on the cutter. As a hitter, you're just praying you don't go back in there.
Way out, and it's 2-2. Those 4 hits last night against Northeastern. Career high for Bryce Chance. Junior from Ridgeland, Mississippi. To third, Cal Fisher makes the play. What about that release? So quick, so smooth.
Smooth is right. Natural shortstop, making the shift over to third base. Big time recruit out of the Midwest, and he has played a heck of a third base. And you think about this Florida State club and the offense and the pitching, but the defense, it's kind of overlooked with the offensive firepower. They've been fantastic this year.
Especially that middle. I mean, when you've got Lodis and Farrell there, that's a great middle. Haven't seen a lot of action from the outfield, but you got 3 center fielders out there for Florida State.
Yes, you do. Chase Williams, Max Williams, Gage Harrelson, the transfer from Texas Tech, played center field. That's the dream you want, man. Cover a ton of space. You're able to shade away from the gaps, play more toward the lines. These guys can cover so much ground.
Chase Williams, man, we saw him make a catch in center field against Stetson on the warning track. And you say, okay, I see that all the time. But you don't understand. He was playing left field.
Straightaway center.
Unbelievable play. He plays reckless too. I mean, puts his body on the line with the way he plays nonstop.
He's a difference maker for this club.
We saw Lodis bail him out on the ball he lost in the sun yesterday, and Lodis made a play from shortstop in left field. And not like shallow left field. Probably your normal alignment for a left fielder in this park.
Straight away. It's a great take right there. Mace Reese.
1-2, Arnold looking for another one. He's got another one. Double digits, 10 now for the projected #1 pick. 3rd game with 10 strikeouts this year. They did it to Louisville, did it to Wake, and now Mississippi State.
And how about the first one on a fastball? Ace Reese, he just missed the pitch before off the plate. Not thinking he's gonna go back to back. Probably looking soft there. Got the express right down the chute. 10 strikeouts for Jamie.
When do you think it became apparent that Jamie Arnold was this type of guy, #1 overall?
You know, last year was the year. In his freshman year, he was a bullpen guy. He made a couple starts, but really he was a hybrid, in and out. And there was a big uptick in velocity. I mean, 90 to 92 his freshman year, and then boom, next thing you know, popping 98s last season. So last year definitely was the big jump for Jamie. And then I think the addition of the changeup, he was really fastball slider before, but the addition of the changeup, the addition of the cutter, you know, all these scouts in the stands, you got a starting pitcher, you want multiple pitches, not a 2-pitch guy. He's got it.
Hit well, that's a barrel down to right field. Noah Sullivan thinking two, the throw to second, and Sullivan is in, sliding with a double. Second extra base hit in this game. He is punishing Jamie Arnold. That's going on his mixtape.
Some more Noah Sullivan. What an approach he's got going on today. Early on in the game, cutter down and in, takes it out to left field. He knows they're probably not coming in here again. Fastball out over the plate, sinking away. Stays right on, and it's a hustle double, baby. Getting to second base with 2 outs, huge.
102 exit velocity for Sullivan on that double. Here's Joe Powell, had a home run last night. Thought about it, doesn't pull the trigger. And he's down 0-1. 94 pitches now for Jamie Arnold.
Job well done this inning by Mississippi State. Extend the inning, one more batter, this could be it.
Semi-finalists for the Golden Spikes and Dick Hauser. Those are the National Player of the Year awards. Now at least 92 pitches and 9 straight starts. So showing that he can run it up there and be a workhorse. This is pitch number 97. Swing and a miss for Powell. Popped up. Lodis has it, shallow center. That's the look of a man that's in control. They love him here in Tallahassee.
Bouncing around from site to site right here on Squeeze Play Live. If there are home runs or big plays, you will not miss.
Let's lose our minds.
Well, that's one way to get the party started.
Oh, he's gone! That's a bad flip. Get used to that this weekend. Now. This is your one-stop shop for everything Road to Omaha.
Welcome back to Tallahassee. Moments ago, Jamie Arnold and Alex Lodis sharing some thoughts after Arnold came off the mound. He's at 98 pitches. There's not a ton of activity right now in the Florida State bullpen. We'll have to see if Arnold comes back out for the bottom of the 7th inning. Certainly has the capacity to do so. A couple things in play here. Winning the game. The bullpen for Florida State has been the issue. Keeping him healthy for the Major League Baseball draft. That has to be on the minds of everybody here in Tallahassee, as Dane Burns now takes him out for Mississippi State. But also, kind of think about it, that could have been, if he's pulled the last time that Arnold comes off the field here at Dick Hauser Stadium. Because if things hold, and even if Florida State wins this regional, if Oregon State wins the Corvallis regional, it would be the winner here in Tallahassee traveling to Corvallis for the Supers. So a lot in play here as we start off the 7th inning with Drew Faroux facing Dane Burns, freshman with a big-time arm.
Yeah, big-time arm. A lot of sink on this fastball. How about a breaking ball with 50% swing and miss? There it is. Make it a little bit higher now. And you know, Jamie Arnold, season high 106 pitches against Clemson. Coming up on that number. At this point, it's all up to Jamie. Link goes up to him. Micah goes up to him. Hey, how you feeling? You good to go or you done? Whatever answer Jamie gives, that's what we'll see.
Is the draft aspect a real conversation part? I mean, I'm sure those conversations are probably happening before the heat of the moment.
Yeah, you know, I don't think that the draft, just like you said, is happening now. But Link's well aware, and he's going to protect his guys. It's the player's health always that comes first at all levels, really. And you see him sitting right there, 98 pitches, projected #1 overall pick in the draft. It's all going to be up to him. I tell you what, if he's pacing with the hat on,
yeah,
he probably said, "Don't take me out of this game."
What you love to see a competitor do.
No doubt. 6 innings, looks sharp. He's done enough for the scouts in the stands, right?
Well, and everybody that plays here at Florida State knows what's missing. They're all motivated to add that national championship to the resume. It's the only thing that this program here in Tallahassee has not done. That dude gives them the best chance to get there, even if it is one more battle,
Yes,
one more inning.
Yes, sir.
Chase Williams, 2-0 count with 1 down. He's put his imprint on this game, even though you look at the box score and you see 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. There was a leadoff walk in the 4th. And this game was a 2-1 game, Florida State with the lead. Then swiped a couple of bags. Harrelson drove him in. And then he kept going, leading to the Miles Bailey grand slam. And he's walked for the 2nd time. Here we go.
Yeah, this is a situation, last walk. He was on the run, quick. Lefty on the mound, Mississippi State. Be a lot of thought going on over there. Chase it first.
Delano Lear is the batter. Did not play last night. And a quick throw over. He runs so hard that he injured his hamstring running through the first base bag because of the pressure of the impact on the bag. To second. The slide to get out of the way. That's how it's done. Sanders, Buckner, Hines. 4-6-3 to get out of it. Arnold wants the baseball. He ain't done yet.
You need your ace to show up. You got a Mississippi State ball club that can really hit lefties, but this lefty's just a bit different. He's had it all going today. 9 strikeouts via breaking balls, 1 strikeout on that big-time fastball. He's kept these hitters off balance all day long. Sitting at 98 pitches, we wondered, would he be back out for the bottom of the 7th inning? The answer's simple. Link Jarrett, I'm good to go.
He made sure to get out of that dugout quick in case there was any conversation at all. And so will these be the final moments for Jamie Arnold on the bump here at Dick Howser Stadium? That is pitch 100. His career high is 121 last season against UConn. Hunter Hines has taken him deep once. Chopper. This is going to be a tough play. Arnold's got to get to first. And Hines has the infield single. His 3rd hit against Jamie Arnold.
Take it any way you can. It's a good start. Mississippi State. Indefensible.
Now, whether this is Jamie Arnold's last appearance here in Tallahassee to an extent is out of the Seminoles' control. What they can control is advancing to the Super Regionals. For them to host a Super, it would require St. Mary's or USC to win the Corvallis Regional against Oregon State. The Beavers already facing elimination. They won their first elimination game today against TCU. If they are eliminated, one of those other teams win. Florida State wins this regional. Supers coming here to Tallahassee. But the focus is on the here and now. Taking down Mississippi State. Strikeout number 11.
It's filthy. Pitch number 104. Slider, still as sharp as the first strikeout of the day. There's 5 hits today for Mississippi State. Noah Sullivan, 2 of them. Hunter Hines, 3 of them. Been fantastic.
Here's Lucas Buckner. 94. So the velo, the stuff, still there. 105 pitches in. Two-0. Sawyer Reeves still out with back tightness. We saw him leave the game last night. Lucas Buckner stepped in at shortstop. Got the start tonight. He's 0 for 2. That's in there for a strike, no doubt. Season high for pitches for Jamie Arnold. Kyler McDaniel's #1 draft prospect. Projected to go #1 overall. He's ready for the moment.
Back in there, 2-0 count, 2 straight fastballs down the heater. Buckner just battling. I love his approach in his first at bat. Slapped the ball down to the third baseman. You got to look out there.
Full count. Pitch 110 coming. Oh, so close. Doesn't get the call.
So good. It's a ball. Fantastic at bat. The freshman, Sawyer Reeves, goes out. Yesterday, Buckner having to face the potential #1 overall pick and wins the battle that is a ball. It's a great at bat by that young man, first and second, 1 out. Micah Posey coming out.
And Link Jarrett arguing that call.
It's a great take, man.
Yeah. That's a ball, and it's also a head coach realizing the significance of this part in the game and the significance of that man on the mound speaking up for his guy.
Yeah, you are spot on. Put it into the players being involved in it. Jamie knows, hey, my coach has my back. Flush it onto the next pitch.
#9 hitter, Gatlin Sanders. Joe Charles is up for Florida State. Remember, starting rotation for the Noles Elite, among the best in the country. The bullpen has struggled. First pitch, ball. It's going to rile up the fans here at Dick Howser. Good. There's a strike. #12. How you feeling, Jamie Arnold? Top of the lineup, Garrett Fry. Oh, 2. Will this be the final pitch in Jamie Arnold's storied career in Tallahassee.
Another great take.
If that is it, that's one heck of a goodbye from Jamie Arnold. A goosebump moment as Jamie Arnold comes off the field in what could be the final time as a member of this Florida State program. Man, that embrace that we saw with his pitching coach, Micah Posey, as soon as he came off, that's a lot of emotions coming out. It was the anger of a competitor being fired up to get out of that moment, and then Coach Posey, almost like a proud dad, the smile and the emotions of that embrace. A lot of stories those two have shared, and a lot of minutes between those two, developing Jamie Arnold to be the potential #1 overall pick in the draft. Pure theater right there. Jackson West leading off. Dane Burns on the bump for Mississippi State. Winner of this game moves one win away from advancing to the Super Regionals. It's Florida State's pitching coach, Micah Posey.
He's done a great job with Jamie Arnold development.
And he runs in, and it's 3-1. What a performance by Jamie Arnold. I think Jarrett said it best. We talked about his ability to block out all the distractions. Everybody wants a piece of Jamie Arnold when he shows up to the park.
He stayed locked in and focused. The game happens between the lines.
The winner of tomorrow's elimination game between Northeastern and the loser of this game will have to beat the winner of this game twice in back-to-back games to advance to the Supers. And West is on with the leadoff walk.
And a great at-bat right there. Florida State, leadoff man's reached base safely now, 5 of 8 innings. Continuing to put that pressure on Mississippi State.
Just start to think about contingencies, and if Florida State would happen to drop a game and require that final, if necessary, game, the rain delay from yesterday could be a silver lining because Bellini didn't have to go deep in that game, was pulled after that delay, so should be fresh enough to at least pitch a little bit in that if necessary game. That's if stuff goes south for Florida State.
That's a great point, 3 innings, just over 40 pitches. We knew coming into this one, this is a game that Florida State feels like they have to win. Bullpen's been the issue this year. 4-run lead here in the 8th.
There's Bellini, another lefty from Jesuit High School in Tampa, which is where the top 3 starting pitchers from Florida State all hail from. Arnold, Bellini, and Mendez, who I imagine we'll see tomorrow.
Yes, we will. Another great arm, big fastball. It's one of the best starting rotations in college baseball.
Top of the lineup, Gage Harrelson. That is out, 3-1.
That's a good attack right there, left on left. Got a big double play last inning. 3-2 count here. You know they're going to start the runner, high contact guy at the plate. Trust that sinker, Dane Burns. Tacking right at him.
Big move to first. Harrelson was a huge pickup at Florida State in the transfer portal. 2 years at Texas Tech. This is his first at Tallahassee. And all he did in season number 1 was earn third-team All-ACC recognition. In on the hands, fighting it off. That couldn't have felt good.
No, sir. That is a nasty sinker. And Florida State choosing not to start Jackson West over at first base.
4-run lead here for Florida State. That runs in, nearly hit Harrelson. And he is on board. Back-to-back free passes on the freshman Dane Burns.
They're bringing up Alex Lodis in a big moment. No hits in this regional. Looks like he's been a little tardy. Feels like a good matchup for him. Lefty sinker. Talked about working the backside of the field, staying on top of the baseball. Probably going to be a move to the pen.
And Justin Parker has made that call. He wants a new pitcher, so the night is done for the freshman Dane Burns, and we will see our 4th Mississippi State pitcher of the evening here in Tallahassee. The NCAA Baseball Regionals are presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? Emotions overflowing from Jamie Arnold and what could be his final pitch here in Tallahassee. Mike Capozzi is pitching coach with a memorable embrace after strikeout number 13, a season high for Jamie Arnold. Mississippi State got to him twice with 2 home runs. Outside of that, Arnold was in control. And that's the moon.
Florida State, you need your ace to dig deep. At certain points, you got to have an extra gear, and Jamie Arnold had that tonight. Jacob Pruitt, ton of swing and miss on a breaking ball. Well north of 50%. Fastball 90, 94. We use the changeup to left-handed hitters, but once again, another power arm coming out of this Mississippi State bullpen.
Florida State has taken advantage of the lack of control for the Bulldogs pitching. They have drawn 10 walks. That ties the season high. And if you ask me, 1 walk was the turning point in this game, and that was the walk issued to Chase Williams. It was back in the 4th inning, steals back-to-back backs, 4 stolen bases in that inning for Florida State, and it really started to unravel. There was the intentional walk of Alex Lodis to load the bases. They got past Max Williams with the strikeout, but Miles Bailey, the freshman, made him pay with a grand slam to left. Lodis still looking for his first hit of the Tallahassee Regional. Talking about a guy that's a top 50 draft prospect and could find himself in the conversation of being a first-round pick. D1 Baseball ranks Lodis as the #1 college shortstop in the game right now.
And he's looking for his moment. In the driver's seat here, 2-0. 2 men on, no outs.
And it's 2-1 now to Lodis. Started his career at North Florida, where he was a freshman All-American. Nate Jarrett was on him quickly after that, showing belief. We could do it on the big stage here in Tallahassee. He's not disappointed. 0-2, big cut. The man does not get cheated with his swings.
No, he doesn't. 2-1 count. Let it go, but here in a 2-2 count, that fastball elevated like that, you gotta shorten up.
Came into the regional hitting .415, leading the Power 4. Upstairs. Full count. How about this moment for Jacob Pruitt? Yeah, you're entering the game, but you gotta face the dude that's leading Power 4 conferences in batting average. Have fun, kid. 3 straight walks to start off the 8th. And new season high for Florida State, drawing 11 of them tonight.
And really just no decisions in most of these walks. Florida State, free swingers. Big thing to focus in on moving into this regional with Northeastern, great pitching. Mississippi State, big time arms. Could Florida State funnel things into the strike zone? And they have.
Max Williams, loaded. Miles Bailey on deck.
Max, 3 strikeouts today, fastballs elevated.
Foul. There's the feared freshman, Miles Bailey. This is Max Williams' moment. Link Jarrett says he's an angry player. He wants to fight you with every pitch. Trying to channel that anger here and avoid strikeout number 4. Williams, a top 100 draft prospect. And down on strikes for the 4th time tonight.
And a great job right there by Pruitt, taking advantage of an aggressive hitter. 3 strikeouts on the day. Max Williams overly aggressive right there, and now you got the man, nowhere to put him now. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Hold your breath. It's Miles Bailey. Last 5 games, 10 for 15, 6 home runs. And a grand slam. Strike 1.
Attack heater challenge right out of the gate.
4-run blast in the 4th to make it 7-1. The Noles have not scored since. With Jamie Arnold on the mound, they haven't really needed to. But you're looking for 6 outs with your bullpen, which has been the issue. West, Harrelson, Lodis on for Bailey.
Jacob Pruitt going for a big strikeout here. Jamie Arnold's day is done. 1 out here, get a big strikeout, find a way to get out of this inning unscathed. That Florida State bullpen versus this Mississippi State offense tested.
Massive pitch by Jacob Pruitt.
There you have it, calm, cool, collected. Miles Bailey at the plate, don't really care. Back foot slider, got him swinging. Momentum, 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 momentum for Mississippi State. Bases loaded, no outs, bullpen coming in. That's been the question mark for Florida State. What an opportunity here.
Cal Fisher has played a mean defensive third base for the Noles. Has a double to his credit tonight as well. That happened his first time up. Struck out his last time up. To right field, on the track, high field. And he makes the catch to leave him loaded. Mississippi State still in this thing. Down by 4, and now the Noles have to go to the bullpen. Coming up next is Riley Nelson, who had the game-winning 2-run shot to take down Wright State, as it looked like Vandy was on the ropes in their Nashville regional opener. They got the win. Louisville got the win. So another ACC-SEC matchup coming up next here on ESPN2. We mentioned Wright State. Justin Parker, a proud Wright State alum, where he was a 6th-round pick in 2008 out of that Horizon program. He's going to face the Florida State bullpen. Look at the numbers. This is where the belief should be for the Bulldogs, because this is where the Noles have struggled. Joe Charles gets the call.
Yeah, some of the best stuff coming out of the Florida State bullpen right now, and Joe Charles, big fastball heavy with sink, 92 to 95, slider, changeup. More breaking balls than fastballs here for Joe Charles, about 47 to 53%. It's the walks you got to keep an eye on with this Florida State bullpen. 30 innings pitched for Joe Charles, 17 walks, 3 hit by pitches. When he's in the zone, he's good.
Charles does have a couple of saves on this season, tied for the team lead. FSU with the 2nd best ERA for starters in the ACC. When it's the bullpen, it balloons to 5.65, 12th in the ACC. First pitch strike to the tough out, Bryce Chance. Fouled the ball off his shin, his last time up.
Out of the gate, 2 strikes, back-to-back breaking balls for Joe Charles. It's always a yo-yo with the Florida State bullpen, a lot of breaking balls. Joe Charles, his tendencies, he's going to throw more breaking balls than fastballs. At some point, do you look for him?
Chance fighting this one off and taking it to right. Harrelson is under it, run down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It was a curtain call for Jamie Arnold. They heard the chant. He did, and came out to say, hey, I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. Maybe we'll be back to do this again.
In the middle of arm care, sprinted out.
Ace Reese trying to get going. Bailey picks it up. Reese still hitless here in Tallahassee.
There you have it, 4 pitches thrown, 4 strikes. 2 quick outs.
22-game hit streak came to an end last night. 0 for 4 in this game. But Noah Sullivan swinging the hot stick. He's got 3 hits in this regional, including 2 home runs. Had to have been a good feeling taking Arnold deep to left field off the scoreboard his first time up.
He's the only guy in the history of college baseball that's ever said, please put Jamie Arnold back out there.
I've got his number. And look, Sullivan can play the game. I don't know what his pro potential is, but there's going to be a moment in time where Arnold is going to be on the mound. Sullivan's going to be watching and telling his family, maybe his kids one day, yeah, let me tell you a story about 2025 in Tallahassee, Florida.
I own that guy.
Charles got him. Drop 3rd strike, corralled west to Bailey. Confidence oozing from these Noles.
Yeah, well, we wondered, Florida State bullpen, could they show up? Well, 7 shutout innings so far, 1 big one left.
Lucas Moore had a 2-run shot Friday to open up the Nashville Regional. He'll take on the #1 national seed Vanderbilt Commodores in two of the elite programs over the past decade plus in college baseball. If we're not done in time here in Tallahassee, that matchup will start on ESPN Plus, and then once we are done, we will see it here on ESPN2.
I can't wait for that one. My eyes will be glued to the screen. Two good ball clubs. They played early on this season. They play every year in the midweek.
I love the confidence and the belief, though, from the Mississippi State fans holding up the "Do you remember 2018" sign in the stands. 2018, Tallahassee Regional. Mississippi State came here, upset the Noles on their first step to reaching Omaha. That ball is drilled off the fence in center field. They're saying it's gone. Faurot with the home run. Where did that hit? Faurot knew it. And the slam dunk. That hit the scissor lift out there?
Fooled me. It's a rocket shot. Second baseman with power, man. They're hard to find. And Drew Faurot. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing that.
It hit the lift.
My eyes aren't too good, though.
113 exit velocity. That makes sense.
Yes, sir, it does. Wow.
That ball was probably still going up when it hit the lift out there. 426 feet. Yeah, Curtin called that Faurot.
And a big insurance run for the North.
2 home runs on the night for the power hitting second baseman. Williams 1-1, 110 plus as well.
Good equalizer right there, change up down in the zone.
Yeah, Florida State, that ability to leave the yard in a hurry. It's a dangerous weapon to have for Link Jarrett. 6 home runs now for Jarrett's squad in this Tallahassee Regional. The maestro of Florida State baseball. He's got that music stand sitting next to him with all his notes, all his analytics, as detailed as you will find in a coach of college baseball.
Another good battle here. Working it back to a full count. 11. Florida State's 14 runs scored, all coming via the big blast.
But there's been an inning in each game where they have shown you that they can beat you by getting on the bases and speeding you up with wheels. Did that against Bethune-Cookman, did it here against Mississippi State back in the 4th. Williams down on strikes. All right, let's go back and let's see. Faurot, goodness gracious, I mean, that ball is on a line. And it is hitting near the top of that scissor lift.
Great camera work. Thanks for fixing my eyes. It sure did.
I mean, from up here, right? It looked like
it hit the wall. Rocket. Switch hitting second baseman with power. Rare.
Fourth 2-home run game by Faurot this season. And we got a pinch hitter now, James Hankerson. Hitting in place of Delamalu. Hankerson got the start last night. Yesterday, I should say, it's Bethune-Cookman in the first game of this Tallahassee Regional. Link Jarrett electing to play the early game yesterday. Winner of this will play the late game tomorrow, with the loser facing elimination against Northeastern.
Another 3-ball count for Florida State. A lot of 3-ball counts tonight. A lot of walks. Good discipline at the plate, tagging pitches on. That's what sets up home runs.
Thought about it. And it's a 4-pitch walk. Walks now issued by Mississippi State. Not going to win games doing that.
Uncharacteristic of this staff.
Bottom of the lineup, Jackson West.
You think about 12 walks too, just a 5-run ball game. Normally 12 walks in a ball game, and the game is out of reach at this point.
Well, you just think about how fine of a line it is when you're trying to beat a team that's throwing the projected #1 pick. You've got to hold that team's bats in check to have a chance. They ain't gonna win it by trying to score 9 runs off a guy like Jamie Arnold.
Exactly right.
Everything hurts, everything magnified in a game like this. And look, this isn't Mississippi State, who we've seen all season long. It's a team that's shown they can bounce back. They've been poised all season, especially this 10-game run since making the coaching change and Justin Parker took over.
It's a resilient bunch. Started 1-9 in the SEC 2 weeks ago or so. They weren't projected to be in this tournament.
Yeah.
Head coach gets fired. They bounce back, they go on a roll. It's a resilient bunch right here.
And they have confidence if they do drop this game, knowing that A, they face a team in Northeastern tomorrow that they've already handily beaten, and B, Jamie Arnold does not pitch for Northeastern.
Got that right.
But I would not put it past Mississippi State to put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 9th and keep this thing going.
Me neither.
They got that kind of pop.
Yes, they do.
And they will have Powell, Hines, Highfield coming up. That's why these moments are so important. Runner was in motion, and it is another walk. 13.
And just a great at bat again. 3-2 count, laying off a breaking ball that's in the zone and down below it. Passing the baton. The top of the order. Gage Harrelson, 2 knocks tonight. 2 walks, reach base safely, 4 out of 5 at bats.
Will Galindo here with Devin Travis. We're inside Dick Howser Stadium, Tallahassee, Florida, where the Seminoles are the #9 national seed. They rolled out Jamie Arnold to the bump, the projected #1 pick, and he was an absolute beast, living up to all the hype, all the expectations. Coming up with a season-high 13 strikeouts, including on what could have been his final batter faced here in Tallahassee. Mississippi State did get to him with a couple of home runs. Off the bat is Sullivan and Hines, as Hines, the all-time home run leader in Mississippi State history, came up with number 70. But a big 4th inning from Florida State has been the difference. A 5 spot from the Seminoles, capped by a grand slam from Miles Bailey. A hit to chase Pico Khan from the game. A lefty that was trying to match Jamie Arnold and looking locked in on his way. Gage Harrelson is the leadoff for Florida State. And it's 1-1. Loser will face elimination tomorrow against Northeastern. The Huskies took down Bethune-Cookman They get their first tournament win since 1973. Bulldogs pounded Northeastern last night, 11-2, ending a 27-game winning streak, which was the longest active in college baseball. Winner of this game moves one win away from advancing to the Super Regionals. This region matching up with the winner from Corvallis, where Oregon State is the national seed, but is also facing elimination after an upset loss against St. Mary's yesterday. Awesome crowd on hand tonight in Tallahassee. That's in there for a strike.
And a big strikeout right there. Second strikeout of the inning for Pruitt. Same exact pitch. Little front door, two-seam fastball catching the front edge.
Jamie Arnold, 7 innings, 3 earned runs, 13 strikeouts. Did that against one of the best lefty hitting teams in college baseball, the Mississippi State. That's not your run-of-the-mill lefty, even in the SEC. Mississippi State coming up. Home runs from Noah Sullivan, who's been electric in this region. Hunter Hines with number 70 on his career, but the pitching, 13 walks issued, season high for Mississippi State.
And a lot of strikeouts to go with it. 30 strikeouts in this ball game, 14 for the Noles, 16 for the Dogs.
Alex Lodis walked his last time up. He was intentionally walked in the 4th, which helped set the stage for the Miles Bailey Grand Slam. Semifinalist for the Golden Spikes and Dick Hauser. He is unquestionably one of the best players in college baseball. And the flare job to right gets him his first hit in the regional and adds insurance for Florida State. B.J. Gibson, the pinch runner, scores from second. And look at that smile, that's relief. He just needed to see something fall.
You got that right, thank you, thank you. Fastball in. I love this adjustment right here, willing to get jammed. He's been late as of late, and there's no question about that. But the thought process you could see building in that last at bat. He had a focus to hit the ball the other way. It's the best way to have success against sinker ballers. Driving that ball into right field. 6-run lead for the Noles, and a big thank you from Alex Lodis.
He's in the conversation to be a first-round pick as well. Max Williams, draft prospect. This is one of the most feared top 4s for any lineup that you will see in college baseball. Harrison, Lodis, Williams, Bailey. The guy hitting in the 5th spot ain't too bad either. And Cal Fisher.
It's a complete lineup, 1-9. It's constructed very, very well. A lot of power. Got some speed mixed in, and tonight, great plate discipline.
He struck it out this time. The bat flip to release some pent-up frustration for Max Williams. Struck out his previous 4 times up, and look at that smile of relief.
Link told us he's a fighter, man, and it's hard to want that at bat. You got 4 strikeouts on the day. There is a point in the ballgame where you almost say, man, I hope I don't have to hit again. Well, Max, no, sir. He wants the opportunity every time. How about a bat flip? An RBI single.
108 exit velocity. That had to be a scary moment. See that coming back if you are Jacob Pruitt. And here is Miles Bailey, a dude that's simply on another level right now. Home runs in 5 straight games, 6 total in that stretch. And a grand slam to left field to break this game open in the 4th. He's a freshman. He will be a draft-eligible sophomore next season. I imagine he can play left tackle, maybe some defensive end, tight end.
the right time to get hot. Last 5 games, 6 homers, 10 for 15, 15 RBIs, and 8 walks. It's a good sign.
D1 Baseball ranked him as the 25th best first baseman in their end of the season rankings. If we re-ranked, I'm sure that Miles Bailey is up a little higher than that.
No question. And the 3-0 changeup right there to Miles Bailey. That's respect.
93 home runs for Florida State coming into this regional. They've got 6 through 2 games. They don't want to mess with Bailey, and can you blame them after this?
Miles Bailey using the whole field. Big lefties. It's easy to be enticed in this ballpark to want to pull. But you want to see development and growth throughout a season. Start hitting balls to the backside. Son of Heater, man. Special player.
So that is walk number 14 for Mississippi State, most since 2023 when they had 15 against A&M. And now they're checking on Jacob Pruitt, and the trainer is on the mound as well. He's messing with the footing on the mound. Louisville and Vanderbilt, we'll see that next for the Nashville Regional. The #1 national seed Vanderbilt Commodores. Maybe next once we're done here on ESPN2. The game is underway. You can see it on ESPN Plus right now. It's that time of year. Our first elimination day of the NCAA tournament. Bethune-Cookman, gutsy squad out of the SWAC, was eliminated by Northeastern earlier today here in Tallahassee. Heck of a game.
That was a well played ball game. Congrats to Bethune-Cookman on a great season. Northeastern lives on. Bases loaded again here for the Noles. Last inning, bases loaded, no outs. Pruitt popped in this ball game and got out of this thing. Florida State looking to deliver a knockout blow here.
There's Cal Fisher, has a double. And Fisher to left field. Fry going back. Fry makes the catch on the track. Got it. Logan Lindo here with Devin Travis. Let's take a look at our Capital One rewarding performance. It's Jamie Arnold.
A lot of offense tonight. But as expected, Jamie Arnold, he delivered in a big moment. Just 2 home runs given up tonight. Those are the 3 runs scored, but how about 13 strikeouts? How about a season high in pitches? Attack, attack, attack. My man delivering in the biggest moment of the year for his Florida State Seminoles.
And what an embrace with his pitching coach, Micah Posey, after what was an epic performance here on the big stage. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 13 strikeouts, a season high for a dude that's good wherever he plays and is almost unbeatable when he's pitching inside Dick Hauser.
Yeah, you can tell he was in the zone tonight from pitch 1, had all 4 pitches working. 12 of his strikeouts on that slider throughout the night. Just keeps getting better and better and better. And we highlighted that early on. It's the pitch. He needed that tonight against a potent offense like Mississippi State.
Meanwhile, Joe Charles went 3 up, 3 down upon entering the game in the 8th. Struck out Noah Sullivan, and it was a drop 3rd strike. He was so fired up, like Jamie Arnold coming off the mound. He had to hit the brakes so he didn't run into Sullivan, booking it down the line.
Yeah, it's almost an interference call, and then headed down the stairs. Micah Posey said, "Calm down."
Yeah.
We have another inning to go.
Florida State looking the part. Power arms, power bats. They got the speed on the bases. They cover ground, especially in the outfield. The only question mark is the bullpen. How long can they hold it together? You got to give props because Charles hasn't had to do too much with Arnold going 7 innings, but against Bethune-Cookman, that was a real test in a game that was close. And the bullpen in that situation came up nails.
Yeah, the bullpen, 7 scoreless.
Peyton Prescott, Chris Kinnear, John Abraham, 6 innings, like you said, without allowing a run.
The bullpen has good stuff. And when they're in the strike zone and they're limiting walks, they're fine. But it's been the walks and the hit batters and pitching from behind, leaving these hitters in hitters' counts. That's where the damage has been done against them. They're doing a nice job attacking like that.
Powell is down. Strikeout number 2 for Joe Charles. And Florida State closing in on the dub.
Nasty. It's a good sign, man. Charles, fired up. Rightfully so, man. It's a guy that's battled. Middle of the season, gone for about a month, battling injury. He's back. He's healthy. They've built him up for the most important season, the postseason.
Here's Hunter Hines. Had the 70th home run of his career. He stepped up in the 4th. More than Clark, more than Paul Merrill. Most of Mississippi State history. We're talking about 2 of the ultimate dudes in hitting. In college, Pro Bowl. Watching Clark and Paul Merrill hit, it's like studying 2 great artists. The science and the art of hitting. Passed it down to this man, Hunter Hines. Look at that list, man.
Be on top of that one. Good things to come.
That's why you swing it from the left side as well.
That's right. That's right. Left-handed power hitters.
And Paul Merrill with that follow through, as sweet as it gets. That's up there with Griffey. And Will Clark, just as nasty as he was, he'd pull up that sleeve on the front arm a little bit. Just an absolute dog. Hines goes down swinging. Florida State 1 out away. They've scored 16 runs through 2 regional games, the most since 2019. And you can almost book the ticket to the Super when they open 2-0 in a regional. 14 of 15 times, winning their first 2 games. They end up in the Super Regional round where the 16 best teams will meet. It's a head-to-head best-of-3 series with the winner of those 8 Super Regionals advancing to Omaha. What a night for baseball here in Tallahassee. And what could have been the final performance inside Dick Howser Stadium for Jamie Arnold, the projected #1 pick in the draft. Joe Charles looking for the finishing touch. Mississippi State will have to recover and face Northeastern tomorrow in a rematch of the 2nd game of the Tallahassee Regional. Faroe, Bailey, ball game. If the Noles win tomorrow night, they are Super Regional bound to take on the winner of the Corvallis Regional. Complete performance, offense, defense on the bases, and the starting pitching and the bullpen locked in for the Noles. Mississippi State, Northeastern, an elimination game tomorrow. Northeastern survived theirs barely against Bethune-Cookman. See how the Bulldogs bounce back. What's your biggest takeaway here, Devin?
Power, 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 power. That's what Florida State does. 13 strikeouts from Jamie Arnold, 3 home runs from this offense, and a grand slam by Miles Bailey.
For Devin Travis, I'm Lowell Galindo. Let's keep the good times rolling. Postseason baseball, baby. Out to Nashville, Vandy, and Louisville right now.